With Jack set for 25 years in the can, there was only one question on our minds. Was West going to receive the gavel? Welcome back to Fog Entertainment. A nice wee joke here to kick off the Season 6 finale.
Because West is a joke.
He is a joke.
He's a prospect. He's a nobody. He certainly doesn't feel like a patched member.
He's certainly not, but things are going to get very dark, so let's make light of it.
I feel like Half-Sack gets more respect and he's been dead for like 4 seasons now.
Yeah, Wayne mentioned him. Called him Wayne. Onsor mentioned him a few episodes ago. Tell you what, man, Half-Sack does feel more relevant.
I don't know why they patched West in. See when Bobby came with those list of names, why didn't they just scribble West out? Why didn't they say, nah, we're not taking this guy in?
Yeah, I know, because like, what the hell's going on?
I mean, literally all he's done since he got patched in is sit around at the cabin and hold Bobby's dick. I mean, that's it. Nothing more, nothing less.
It's not a good thing to be known for.
Even when they're at the table, we haven't even seen that guy have a vote yet. Every important time they're sat down, he's not been there.
No. Ridiculous. But we do have a montage to begin the episode. Jax writes in the cemetery. We're at Donna's grave. We're at Opie's grave. Who will be getting added to the graveyard? Clay's getting buried as well. A lot of people getting buried. Well, I say a lot of people getting buried. A lot of graves, alright.
Clay's grave wasn't really as nice as Opie's and Donna's though.
Nope, because he's a convict. I believe it was actually the first time we have seen Donna's grave in a long time. Maybe Opie went and seen it once upon a time, but honestly, it could be the first time we've seen Donna's grave since season 1.
Very well could be, actually.
Well, to be fair, I guess Jax might have went and seen Opie's grave and we've seen Donna's grave beside him, but honestly, it was... I mean, I've seen this show a lot, brother, and it was probably like the first time that I've noticed it. But anyway, Jack says that...
Tell you what, there's going to be a lot of graves added from here on out.
He says, I stuffed my guilt into the compartment and I've become the thing I hate it, damn it, I've become the one thing I hate.
We got a really good speech for Jax in this opening episode, so I enjoyed it. I always like when Jax goes on a wee rant. No, not a wee rant, but a wee monologue, you know.
Yeah,
it's good stuff.
Absolutely. And he finished it with, everything I do is for my sons. Damn it. Nero, he's obviously still reeling a bit for last episode. Gemma's sitting alone, getting drunk. Jax then leaves the cemetery and runs over a pigeon, which I thought was rather weird that they included this scene. What was that to symbolise?
Kill or be killed. I don't know. Could Jax not have tried to slow down or avoid the pigeon?
Could have done something, but who really knows? Roosevelt and Patterson are pondering, what is Jax going to do to Tara? Would he kill her? Who knows? And then that's when we get the scene. Jax turns up at the ice cream shop. Then Patterson turns up with Roosevelt and just tells Roosevelt to know your roles, you brony. Back of the line. And he just leaves, tail tucked between his legs.
Wasn't the first time Roosevelt got told to give Patterson some time this episode?
Yeah. Basically, she tells him, you're a husband, a father, and a man before all of this, while, like, pointing at his cut. It's like, fucking reel it in, Patterson.
Trying to guilt trip Jax here.
Jack's like, I know what I am, damn it. I know what I am. He then goes upstairs. The club are talking about Tara. Like, how about we look into the new lawyer, hospital administrator, Margaret Murphy, and see if Borowski's heard anything. Then Jax is like, yeah, we've got to find Tara first. And then Jax kind of looks at him. Tig's like, to ensure not that the club is depending on her.
Yeah, I mean, Jax didn't like this, that Tig was maybe insinuating that Tara's got to go. But then again, you know what? I think if it was anyone else in this position, Jax would be... Jax didn't have any issue taking Darby's girl away.
Yeah. Aye.
So...
Well, she was Darby.
Oh, well, right, fair enough.
Yeah, it was Dave Navarro's girl.
Escadio?
Arcadio! Don't you get into the car, my being our friend, man. No, don't be doing that. But then Chucky raps at the door. Basically, Juice actually asks the hard questions, like, what are we going to do if she rats? And we do what we have to do. But Chucky raps the door with his wee metal hands. Marcus Alvarez. Happy spins round, man. Quick as I've ever seen the guy fucking move with a toothpick in his mouth.
It's not often you just see Marcus Alvarez walk into the new clubhouse of the Suns.
Yeah, he wanted an ice cream. Then
open infight.
Then you've got this scene where like Jax and Alvarez walk, handlebars behind Alvarez and Happy's behind Jax. It's like a 5-minute walking scene I thought it was pretty great.
Yeah.
Discussing the war, and
Jax is like, you should have seen it coming, eh?
and that's what Alvarez finishes with. Everything I've been moving has been in this direction.
Yeah.
Because he's setting up a new charter in Stockton. Jack says he can set up a meet with Marks, but, Marks is Marks, and the Niners follow his lead and nothing changes. But I think it's a bit naive. I think Jax is just that desperate to get out of guns. He's willing to believe that, like, everything's just going to be the same when it's not going to be.
That's not.
Definitely not. Tara then phones her attorney, Mitch. Looks like that's going to be put in motion. You got Bobby and Juice, who are keeping tabs on the lawyer. We then go to the junkyard. Jax confronts Nero. He's like, what the hell you knew about this whole situation? Get me King Nero. And Nero's like, well, you know what, Jax? Maybe all this shit that's happening to your family and the mother of your children is because you did a really heinous thing to the mother of other children. And it's like, Nero fucking relents, son.
Yeah, Jax at first is confused. He's like, you want to spit it out? And then Nero's like, I know. About Darbany. Jax tries to deny it. Nero's like, don't lie to me again.
You believe in karma, hermano? You ever think all these bad things that are happening to the mother of your children, S.A., is because of some heinous thing you did to another child's mother? Don't lie to me twice, Jax. They said that lie would come out. I mean, what's Nero more pissed about? The fact that Jack's done it, or the fact that he's lying to him that he's done it? Probably the fact that he's lying to him that he's done it. Alvarez rides up with the
Yeah, but what would have happened if Jack says, like, she's got to go?
Yeah, would Nero have just spat the dummy? Who knows? But Chibs tells Alvarez here that, you know what? Tyler's the one that handles all of August's street deals. Alvarez ain't happy that Marks won't be here.
See, to be honest, though, I do think this is disrespectful. You want Alvarez to get on board, but what it basically looks like here is that Black's calling the shots. I don't mean August Marks Black, I mean Tyler Black.
Yeah.
And it's like, how can you really expect Alvarez to feel like the Niners aren't being favoured here, you know? It's like,
yeah,
I'm not saying I necessarily agree with what Alvarez does next, but it's a lot of trust. It does look like the Blacks are at the top of the food chain here.
No, it does. Alvarez points out here, you guys killed out 9 of the triads. You killed out Bohalin. He's like, how the hell's that not upset the balance in Stockton? And you've kind of got Jack saying, reel it in, Alvarez. Chibs is like, reel it in. It's like, no, I'm not going to reel it in. Then you got a pretty good line where Alvarez is like, yeah, Marks ain't here, you know, because I'm a dirty wetback thug and you're just a cracker white boy.
An obsolete white boy.
That was it, obsolete. Good line there for Alvarez.
Very good line.
But I tell you what, see this entire scene, man, this is testosterone men dealing with fucking business that...
Yeah, no broken saints in sight.
Yeah, no broken saints in sight. Nero stays behind. Him and Fiasco are laying the smack down here, but then the Mayans just kill all the Niners here.
He knew as soon as Sons... I think Jack should have stayed and overseen this. Yeah. But then again, it's not like the Sons can be around forever.
Yeah, they can't babysit.
Alvarez gets his guy to give the money to Black. Black open it up, and it turns out it's like a bag of rice or something like that.
Tortillas.
What the hell is this?
Tortilla.
Bang, bang, bang. Dead. Done. And they take the guns without giving any money, and this is this is it.
Nero's arse absolutely collapses here. Alvarez points out that we're meeting with Henry Lin tonight. If you want to send Fiasco to represent, then do that, but you don't have to. I'm good if you want it, my hermano. Nero, he's half on the fence here. He confronts Gemma. He's like, come on, mama, let's just leave, man. Let's go to the farm. She says no. Then he basically splits up with her. Gemma takes like a little bitch. I mean, I think Nero's right here. Look at the amount of blood.
No, but you know what? Look at everything that's going on. And Nero is basically said, look, I love you. Let's me and you go. You know, let's create a safe life. Let's get away from here. Let's get away from all this drama, this bloodshed. And Gemma's basically said no. So she didn't care enough about Nero to leave with him. So why can she possibly get upset when Nero's like, well, you know what, I'm done. It's not like Nero says, look, I'm done with this. I'm out. I'm leaving you. And Nero gave her a chance to come with him. And she kind of betrayed Nero. So she left him no choice, really. But she took it really bad.
I like that. You know, maybe on first couple of times viewing this, you don't really actually realise it, but Nero is so, like, torn. He wants out the life, but he can't get out the life.
But he can, really.
He can, but it's like every door that opens seems to get closed for the guy.
See, at this point, I think maybe he's invested. I don't know if he has his money. I think maybe he's tied up now.
Yeah. Basically, Gemma, Unser, Coffee, Black. Wayne basically reveals that his wife jobbed him out for a guy with a boat in Boca. Last time I heard Boca get mentioned, it was Uncle Junior in The Sopranos.
But you know what, man? We knew Unser's wife left him back in season 1.
Yeah, but Wendy didn't. Guess that's the difference. Jax, Bobby, Juice, and Happy show up, confronts Tara. Tara thinks she's gone. She's like, oh God, let me say goodbye to them before you kill me. Jax is right, though. He says, I never forced my life on you. You came back to me. You're part of what I am, Tara. You always have been. He's right. You know, you look at like season 3, Jax was trying to push Tara away. She's the one that came back.
Yep.
So, I mean, I think he's definitely within his rights here, but she thinks that Jax is going to kill her. Jax is like, no, I'm not going to do that. Why the fuck would I do that, man? And then they meet with Patterson. Deal's on the table here. He's like, I'll give myself up, but just me, not the club. 25 years. Damn.
But you know what, man? I think this... I mean, later on, when Jack sits down with the club, they're like, they're going to hammer you, and they're making it as if, you know, you can't do this. But see, in reality, like, see if it was Tara that ratted and gave them up, they probably all would have been getting 25 years.
Oh, aye. Easy. Easy peasy lemon squeezy.
And the fact that Jack has given himself up will buy him some leeway. So it's like, really, the club gets to live on here, and it's only Jack that's going down with the ship. He's basically the captain.
Yeah, he's the captain. 25 years, 12 and a half parole, and then 7 if good behaviour and all that shite comes into play. But you're right. I mean,
considering everything he's admitting to, it's like,
as he says, he's like, you know, I can't let my wife take the fall for us. And it's like, but that's why they should have had this conversation when she got out of jail. But then, different motives, different plays, etc. I guess you need the leverage of the whole the school shooting.
Otto really did fuck things up, didn't he? Like,
he did. That's the intricate writing going on here in Sons of Anarchy.
Kurt Suter's got, you know, he's got a lot to answer for.
He has got a lot to answer for in more ways than one. Unser then tells Gemma that she made some kind of deal. Why the fuck does Unser do this?
Yeah, like, Unser's normally a smart guy. He must fucking know that if he says this, she's going to go off the rails.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, it just, to me, it was It was fucking dumb.
But see, I think Unser... It's just, well, I think he can be very smart. I think he's probably got one of the higher IQs in this show.
Right,
but when it comes to Gemma, man, the guy is just dumbfounded.
She wants to get in her car, but he's blocked her in. She then asks him to get something for her, and then she takes his keys and jumps in. Now, like, he doesn't even put 2 and 2 together. Like, see, why doesn't he realise, oh shit, she took my keys. She's away to see Tara.
Yeah. No, it's not looking good.
No, but why did he act like there was absolutely nothing wrong? Why else would she have took the keys? I mean, I honestly don't get it.
Yeah, I don't get it whatsoever. But
he didn't even make it as if there was an issue.
Yeah.
Oh, she just took my truck to go and get groceries.
We've seen a scene in Stockton as well with Tig and Chibs and Borowski. Borowski let on to Jax. Everything's good with the Niners. And the Mayans, despite all the dead bodies, is like, not easy giving up the throne, boys. Every whore, peasant, and jobber is going to want the crown. Thought it was a pretty good line for Borowski.
Yeah, I mean...
Don't worry, Charlie. Your jewels are safe. That's what Chibs said to him.
I like that wee line.
I actually, you know what? See, once Borowski distances himself from Colette, I think he's a decent character. I like RoboCop.
Yes, I just never liked Colette. Kim Dickens, horrible.
It's a shame by the time he distances himself from her, he like turns rat in season 7.
Yep.
I think when he's actually discussing business with his sons like this, it's great. I think it's fine. But it's when he's like, the whorehouse, oh, he gives a fuck. And that weird stare he gave to Jax, with Kim, just fucking, I don't know what was going on there, but anyway.
His face was all like contorted and stuff. It was fucking weird.
It's like xenomorph on crack. Jax discusses it with the club, Bobby and Chibs, 25 years, all that shite. Everything will be good. Bobby lies, everything's good with the Niners and the Chinese. Then he gives Bobby the gavel. He's like, oh, you're always telling me what's good for Sam Crow. Oh, shite. I'm not going to give it to West, so I'm going to give it to you. Because things would go south. Chibsy, could Chibs feel hard done by here? Because Bobby gets the gavel.
I think so, because normally the natural progression would be the
VP.
VP to move up.
I guess it just Chibs is up Jax's arse, but let's be honest, so he's not going to cry too much. But he says one last thing: just can't be trusted.
Yeah, and he tells Chibs to fill Bobby in. Bobby's looking.
What if Bobby gets filled in and decides, you know what, actually, I don't think Juice deserves to get shafted because of that?
What if Bobby thinks, you know what, I think Chibs can't be trusted because he never told the rest of the club about that secret?
Yeah, no, exactly. I mean, that is it. Like, Unser turns up, tells him, Juice is like, you know what, okay, I'll go get Gemma. Then Jax hugs Juice, I love you, brother. Then Jax is like, you betrayed me. And this, for me, is what sealed Eli Roosevelt's fate. If Jax doesn't say this, I am convinced that Juice wouldn't have shot Roosevelt and Gemma would be in jail for the murder of Tara Knowles.
Right, explain why you think that.
Because Jax telling Juice that he's betrayed him is Juice finding out I am fucked here. So therefore...
So he thinks the best thing to do is cover up Tara's
and
murder?
go on the lam, yeah. He would have no reason, really... Maybe it was a way of getting back at Jax helping Gemma. But he would have no reason to help Gemma over Jax if he's still in the club.
So you think it was like a spiteful thing that he done?
I don't want to necessarily say it was spiteful, but I am convinced that if Jax doesn't say it to him, he doesn't kill Roosevelt. Even though I know him killing Roosevelt closes that arc.
Do you feel like he thought that maybe Gemma could keep him safe or something like that if he did her this favour here?
Well, that's kind of what happens. I think it's just interesting writing, but obviously what happens is Juice goes to Tara's and Jax's house. Gemma's already there. Gemma took the truck. We then look inside the house. Tara's looking around like, I'm going to be back here. Jax is getting 25 years rammed up his arse. I get my boys. And the giraffe's there.
Yeah, what was the deal? Because it looked like... I think it was... I do believe that it's pretty rushed. I think they rushed this whole Tara and Jax thing. Because
they had to rush it for Gemma not to find out.
But at 1 minute, it's kind of like, Tara is just fallen out of love with Jax. Doesn't want to be with him. Wants to be on the run. Is willing to give him up. And then by basically by half an episode, it's almost like Tara is back in love with Jax and that she's going to wait on him. That's the kind of vibes I got. Or did you get the vibes that their marriage was over? I got the kind of vibes that the marriage was over, but Jax was willing to do the time, and that's why Tara was like, all right, Jax is a good guy. Maybe not necessarily marriage over, but you're right. I mean, no, by the time Jax gets out of jail, everything is upside down. No, but it just seemed like to me towards the end of this episode that Tara had, changed her mind about leaving. I agree, but for the sake of the episode and how it ended, I think you need Jax and Tara in good terms for Jax to, break down and greet and do all that shit. I mean, I can't imagine Jax really wanted the idea of doing 25 inside and having Tara move on after a couple of months and moving some new guy into their house to, live alongside his kids. Imagine that. So, I got the feeling that Tara and Jax had put their differences aside and that they were going to give it another go. Jax was like, I still get to see my sons grow up. It was almost like they were still together as a family. She was going to bring them to visit him. That's what I got from that. And then sure, they had that romance scene after he agreed that he was going to, take the fall for it. Yeah. No, I agree with that. But it almost seems like for at least a full season now, Tara's completely fallen out of love with Jax and she's been, not conniving but she's been planning a way out. Scheming. So I thought you know what, or maybe it's just she realised that Jax is willing to do the right thing and that she still felt like there was hope for the relationship because Jax is willing to go away in order to protect her and to protect their kids, and maybe she thought, you know what, that's the man I actually fell in love with. But I did think it was a little bit confused. I think that it was too quick. It was too quick, but I feel like it was necessary to. But you think it's hard to hide a deal for a few episodes without Gemma finding it? Yeah, because Unser finds out, tells her. Then I totally agree. I understand the logic there. Right. But anyway, Gemma confronts Tara. We don't really get much words, to be honest. It's kind of just a stare down, and then Gemma beats her up in a big pitch, and it's probably one of the most gruesome deaths. I think there's nothing nice about hearing that pitchfork going into the back of someone's skull with the
the blood bubbling away.
Yeah, I mean, I get it. There's been torture and shit in Sons, but I think this is one of the worst deaths. Like, it's just that sickening sound of a pitchfork going into the back of something, and then the dishwasher, the sink turning red. And, oh, fucking not good. Eli walks in. Gemma's like, it had to be done. I had to do what I did. I had to protect, my sons and whatnot. I don't know how
Tara didn't rat, Jim.
Eli reveals that Tara didn't rat, and then
Jax gave himself up.
Roosevelt
fucking took this bad.
Yeah, he did, and then he's about to phone in, and Juice just comes in and shoots him from behind. I think he shoots him through the chest, and the bullet comes through his chest and takes out his radio.
What a shot.
So, I mean, it was a good shot for Juice.
It's Juice in fucking Lebanon these days.
I mean, it could be, and it's like, Gemma says she had to do it for her boys, and it's like, how did she think that a good scenario here was killing?
I guess it was revenge.
Their mother. Yeah, I know, but
it's the only code Gemma knows.
Yeah, but she says she cares about her grandkids. I think that's bullshit.
It is, but I think it was a fit of rage. It wasn't really calculated.
I don't know how she can. Oh, Abel and Thomas are my
But
world.
you know what, right? See this kill here? It's not even self-defense. Tara was trying to run.
No, it's brutal murder without even knowing the facts. All she's heard is fucking hearsay for answer.
Yeah.
I mean,
Guy doesn't know much, but Roosevelt's dead.
Tara's dead.
Juice helps up Gemma, and it's like, wow, fuck, what a bunch of deaths we've just had there. And
Yeah.
I do like the fact that Juice killed Roosevelt, and it wasn't like forced just to close what those two had. It made total sense.
You know what? I've actually never really thought of that before. Like the pressure that Roosevelt put on, and maybe Juice thinks that Roosevelt's the reason that everything went to shit for him. Which I guess he's got a little bit of a point.
Yep.
So I mean,
So it was a nice wee closure on that book.
maybe
that arc.
maybe Juice took some sort of pleasure out of killing Roosevelt.
Yeah, so like I said earlier, I mean, I thought he wouldn't have done this, but maybe he would have killed Roosevelt anyway. Who knows? Because I guess but he's seen his chance to kill Roosevelt, 2-for-1 sort of job. We gotta good night, bang bang.
You know what? I think season 6 was a really bad season for Roosevelt.
Thought he was fine at the start with Torek, but yeah, just
He really does
seemed
drop
like
off
just seemed like Patterson's. I thought it was the correct time to kill him.
Yeah, because
Great death.
I mean, if he did go into season 7, he'd just be a background character, and I just don't think.
Like obviously Tara's the big death here, but I don't think Tara's death completely like overshadows Roosevelt. I feel like when they actually mention it in like season 7, there is like a big part to play in with Roosevelt's death as well. Anyway, we got the goodbye scene at the ice cream shop. Jax is hugging everyone. Everyone's greeting because Jax is going to do 7 years here.
Happy, he's crying his eyes out.
He's not very happy. He's greeting, more like just disposes of some more evidence. The homeless woman goes past in a pram. Jax is like, honey, I'm home. No, dead.
Yeah,
Good acting here for Charlie Hunnam.
yeah, he finds Tara's body, cradles her, cries, and it's a sad moment for sure.
Yeah, we also had Nero, by the way, turning up with the Chinese, so he shakes Henry Lynn's unbroken arm. The one that ain't in a sling.
Yeah, Nero.
It's gonna be black and brown. No, brown and yellow against black and whitest.
Multicolours going up against it here.
Multicolours, absolutely. Jax finds Tara. Patterson looks at them all. What's going on? I'll tell you what's going on. What you're rating the episode.
Oh, I'm going to get a 9 out of 10.
Yes, I'll give it a 9 out of 10 as well. It was an R20. Wee bit long, but I never felt it watching it. I feel like Sons when it did a long episode, it warranted a long episode.
Yeah, no, I've no complaints. Good episode.
Big deaths, big cliffhangers, war brewing. For me, it's the correct way to build up to the final season. You know, you've got like every street gang is on the verge of war. The club is on its arse. Is Jax going to jail? What if he finds out Gemma did that?
I can't
Tara's dead. Who's going to replace Roosevelt? What's happening to Juice? All these questions. Is West going to hold everybody's cock?
I mean, I can't really remember at the time, but I'm wondering if Suter had written it going into season 7 knowing it was the final season.
I think he did. You can tell. I don't really see how our season 8 goes.
But I know there's always been like talks for season 8. I mean, who knows?
Maybe we'll read that script one day, guys. But anyway, it's a 9 out of 10 for A Mother's Work. This was Fog Entertainment's work. Hit the like button. Subscribe. Peace.